Automatic farms are an essential feature of Minecraft survival, and I've covered a lot of them on my channel. So here are the 8 must-have farms that you gotta have in your world. Starting strong, we have this very easy witch farm producing a high amount of gunpowder. You can simply activate it by flicking this lever right here. And down here we got all the loot that you're going to get from the farm. We already have plenty in our double chest. As you can see from this chest, these are all the items that you can get. You're probably not that interested in sticks, but we got all these brewing components right here and even some potions and glass bottles. Most importantly, we have gunpowder, which will be generated in a high amount, and you can use it to craft TNT or rockets for your elytra. By the way, this farm is very cheap to build, and you can even use looting 3 enchantments to maximize all the loot that you get from the witches. As you can see, you even get experience, and you have a perfect AFK spot up here where you can AFK as long as you want to get all the loot that you want to have. Sooner or later you will have to deal with these wither skeletons in order to get beacons. And this is where this simple wither skeleton and wither skeleton skull farm comes in. As you can see, the wither skeletons are automatically lured into the portals by this piglin right here. Make sure it doesn't have a crossbow. And the wither skeletons will get into the overworld that way. Now of course you don't want to use these portals anymore because otherwise you would get killed. In order to prevent that, we have another portal that is linked to the overworld, and we can use it to get to the killing chamber of the farm. As you can see, here are all the wither skeletons that went through our portals, and now we can go ahead and kill them, of course by using a looting 3 sword to get the maximum amounts. It'll provide you some experience, and all the items are in the chests. Trust me, with this farm you soon have your beacon. Now, probably say this a lot, but this right here genuinely is my favorite farm in the entire Minecraft Bedrock game, producing so much experience and items that you can't even collect all of them. It works using a special Minecraft Bedrock feature where every time a portal is lit, there is a chance for a zombie piglin to spawn. And of course, the bigger the portal, the higher the chance. That way we get these insane amounts of zombie piglins, and they will drop down into these killing chambers where you can automatically kill them using the trident killers, which also allows you to use looting 3 with this farm. Also, you have a simple turn on and off switch right here. You can activate and deactivate the farm with one simple click. You can even choose between different designs that perfectly fit your world, and as you can see, you also can add an automatic item sorting system which will automatically sort all the rotten flesh, the gold ingots, and will additionally smelt all the swords into nuggets, which will then get crafted automatically into gold ingots. Altogether, these quad gold experience farms are that insane that you must build the farm right now if you haven't already done this. Here we got another simple early game farm which will automatically produce Bonemeal. This farm is located above an ocean, and fish will spawn which will automatically get killed. All the loot will be down here in the double chest, and as you can see, you will get all kinds of raw fish and also bones which you can then craft into Bonemeal. In relation to its size and simplicity, this farm has high rates, and you even have an AFK spot for this to be fully AFK. Just make sure that you build yourself a little shelter for all the phantoms, because you don't want to get nightmares. Next we have this max rates creeper farm, which will produce a high amount of gunpowder, as you can see from this chest, enough to fulfill all your gunpowder dreams, and it will also generate a good amount of experience. Right here we have these spawning platforms. As you can see right here, creepers can spawn because we have a roof on top of all of the entire farm. And then we placed some buttons and trapdoors in order for the creepers to drop down each layer, and then sooner or later they will get into these water streams, and finally they will drop down into our automatic killing chamber. For max rates you can build this farm above an ocean, but this is just optional, and also you can use a looting 3 sword again to get the highest amount of items. What makes this farm even greater is its cheapness. Technically, you wouldn't need this trident killer right here because you could use your looting 3 sword. It is just to make the farm fully AFK. Generally speaking, it's just a ton of blocks and some trapdoors and buttons to place, which will take some time but is definitely worth the effort. However, if you don't want to spend that much time building this farm is also scalable, so you don't have to build all the 6 platforms. Altogether, this creeper farm is a must-have for your world, and let's move on. This right here is the proof that iron farms can be very simple to build and they don't have to be a pain in the ass. You probably will be able to build this farm within the first few days of your Minecraft world. You just have to find a village and get yourself some lava or some other methods to kill the iron golems. And only this will allow you to get all the iron that you have to get for your Minecraft world. As you can see, this farm works perfectly and provide you iron ingots, poppies and even strings from the cats that will spawn in this farm as well. You can also build this farm wherever you want, even up in the air or in a cave for example. You just have to make sure that all of your villagers are happy and have a job, and you don't want to have any nitwits or children in this farm. Now with this loot to effort ratio, this definitely deserves top 3. In second place we have the all-rounder of Minecraft Bedrock farms, which is this Kelp farm right here. It is 0 tick and yes, they still work in 2024. To be clear, nobody needs Kelp, so why use this farm? I have a simple reason for you, and this is Bonemeal. As you can see, we have some composters which are funneled by all these hoppers at the top side. And they will automatically turn all the kelp into Bonemeal, which you can pick out of this chest very simply. And trust me, this farm is very easy to set up. It just needs a little bit of redstone for this redstone clock right here, and that way you can easily shut this farm on and off using just one lever, and this will generate you all the kelp you need. But not only can you use this farm to generate Bonemeal, you can also replace the composters with smokers or furnaces, which will grant you some dried kelp. Now you can use dried kelp as a food source, but instead I recommend crafting it into dried kelp blocks. And that way you have an infinite source of fuel which you can use to power the farm itself or just for your local smelting station. Next to the fuel and dried kelp, this version of the farm will also generate some experience. You just have to flick the levers in front of the smokers, then you can take out some items and this will provide a good amount of experience. The more you let burn through, the more experience you will get per click. See, this farm is just so versatile and it generates kelp, experience, fuel and Bonemeal out of nothing that it has to be on second place at least. Now ladies and gentlemen, this is my top 1 farm of Minecraft Bedrock, an AFK Fish Farm. It's literally built out of only 10 blocks or so, and it will provide a good amount of treasure items including enchanted books, some fish, some saddles, enchanted bows and fishing rods and other stuff. You can use it with any kind of fishing rod including a fully enchanted fishing rod, and you just have to click on this node block. You can use an auto clicker for this. As you can see, if an item is fished, it will automatically go into your inventory or into the chest. That depends on how far you stand away from it. And it will also return a good amount of experience. So listen to my recommendation, this has to be the first one that you want to build in your survival world. Now these were my top 9 Minecraft Bedrock farms of 2024. I hope it helped you. If it did, please leave a subscription, this would help me as well. And then we see us again in the next video. See ya!